Hey friend, sleep tray. What is it and why I like using it? First, we're going to put out a very important warning. Do not use this setup with a tent with the floor pan in it. This is designed for a lean-to shelter, a tarp setup, or just sleeping on the ground without a cover at all, because it will damage your floor pan. Let's get started, shall we? We are going to need at least 5 foot to about 6 foot logs. I do recommend using fresh deadfall for this, or standing dead trees. You don't want to use anything that's been laying on the ground or green wood. The reason for the green wood is it leaks sap. Sap does what? That's right, it attracts ants, so you don't want that. And of course, the obvious reason for not using the wood on the ground is, one, it's going to be dry rot, and two, it's going to be full of freaking bugs. So we've got 2 of these little guys right here. I think these are about 5 foot long. Now, the first thing you're going to notice, we are a little bit of an incline here. So what we need to do is resituate. Let's put this little guy here and a little guy here. What we're wanting is our head at the top, our feet at the bottom, and kind of slowly going downhill. Next thing is our top piece right here. I think this might be about 3 foot, maybe 4 foot, but I made sure to line it up with our thermal rest. So this is going to be the top of the setup. We'll roll this little guy up here. That looks pretty good. So we got our top right there, and our center, and we're just going to take the thermal rest to kind of go down and get an idea how this is going to get set up. Now this one's got a little bit of an angle, so we're going to turn it. Not a big deal. Okay, now that we're set up, next thing we need to do is we got to stake this in place so it doesn't roll on us. And I'll explain more about this towards the end of the video. I went ahead and off that fresh deadfall that was back over there, went and cut me out a bunch of stakes. And we're going to use this little guy here for our pounding hammer. Now this looks good. We're simply going to go, if I can find the right side, one here at the top. Now a couple things on these stakes. You want to make sure that you don't break them immediately, but they go all the way in even with the log. There's a reason for that. I'll show you that a little bit later. Alright, we got that guy in place. Put this one here in place and hopefully not break the stake. Now don't worry about the center. That's not going to be a big deal, trust me. So we need to stretch that out a little bit here, a little bit. There we go. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and stick this guy in. Alright, we got that in, that in. Let's put, this looks good. Alright, here to keep it from moving. Now, because this one is a weird shape, and I have a feeling it's going to roll around a little bit, it's not going to be that big a deal. I'm going to add one extra one right here on the inside towards the end. That should do that. Now we need to go up and take care of the top, obviously. And I got 2 big ones for that. Okay, I'm pretty happy with what we got. Got plenty of room for the thermal rest. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get out our Wally World Blue Tarp. Unfortunately, they don't make it anymore or sell it at Wally Mart. I don't know why. Beats me. It's been one of my best tarps I use out here in the field. Anyway, it's the standard 5x7. And if we can get it out of the sack. There we go. Of course, we're going to put the shiny hang on a second, Trey. Shiny side down. A little bit of a tongue twister. Alright, we got that in our sleep tray. We're going to have a little bit overlapping because it is windy out. I'm just going to throw a couple pieces of wood here on the windward side so it doesn't fold up on us while we're trying to do this. And let's do one at the top. Now I bet you kind of see where I'm going here, don't you? That's good. Next item, obviously, is going to be a thermal rest or whatever sleep mat you're using at a time. I've had people lay down, or a friend of mine, Jeremy, of course, he puts a lot of grass down and puts a tarp over it for a bed, for his bedding. We're just going to use the thermal rest on this one. Normally, you put the silver side up. Well, I've used this so much, I wore off the silver side. Okay, silver side up in the winter, silver side down in the summer. We have no silver side, so it doesn't matter. And we'll roll this little guy out. We are going to go with the bivy sack. I use this during the summertime. A couple of reasons: it breathes, it is waterproof, and the bugs have a heck of a time getting into it. Other people use wool blankets, their summer sleeping bag, a fleece blanket. Then of course in the winter months you're going to go ahead and use your winter month sleep system. I've got the MSS. I like it, but it's heavy. Anyway, we're simply going to throw this little guy in here. Boom. Now we have a really nice sleep tray. Alright, we are set. Bivy sack has been installed. Unzip it a little bit, let it air out. At the top, you have somewhat of a pillow. I put the thermal rest over the top of it, and it works great. I have I think it's a thermal rest pillow that you inflate. It works great up there too. Why a sleep tray? Well, that's a good question. It keeps your entire sleep system together. So we've got our tarp, our thermal rest, or whatever mat you're going to be using, and our bivy sack. It holds it all in place. Second reason, most important of all, and some of you have found this out on accident, just like I have. If you're sleeping in a tarp shelter, a lean-to, or like for instance my Lavoo shelter, during a heavy rain, no matter what you do, it's going to come down underneath the shelter and come in and run through your shelter system. Okay, now if you're not up on a raised bed, you're going to get wet. The way this is designed is for the water to come underneath of it and flow out through the bottom. Remember, we are up on an incline, head at the top, feet at the bottom. Now you're going to ask, well, do you slide out when you're sleeping? Sometimes you do, but most of the time no, because the thermal rest kind of grabs a hold of everything. That's why we don't have a bottom section in. By putting a bottom section in, basically you've trapped the water and you've created a bathtub. Not fun. There you go, friends. There's been a look at my sleep tray. Interesting story how I came up with this is I was watching one of my dogs a while back take all the pillows off the bed, throw them on the ground, spread them out, sleep in the middle. That's how I come up with the system. I mainly use this in the winter time because it does really help keep you warm. In fact, I used it in my teepee at the winter camp. Well, comments are more than welcome. If you've used something similar to this or have a different design, I'd like to hear about it. Heads up, it does take me a little while to get back to you because of my work situation. And like always, friends, thanks for watching. Wait for the wind again. Going to be a lot of editing on this video.